It's a symphony of color as yards of fabric are processed. The bright designs are popular in this part of the world, symbols of a vibrant culture.
Basically, it's cotton grown from the northern part of Ghana.
Kofi Boateng runs Ghana's largest textile factory, and he's showing me around. First, white cloth is cut, measured, and then cleaned. Thereafter, some of it is waxed and dyed. The process creates wooden, a texture fabric that has come to define West African fashion. And yet, all of this started far away in Asia. This is how it all began more than 150 years ago. Simple technology used to amalgamate the wax and the dye to create these bold patterns. The designs were done in Indonesia. The technology adopted by the Dutch. And more than 100 years later, fabrics that we call African print. Despite the heavy machinery, fabric making is quite labor-intensive. By hand blocking the designs onto the material, Ghanaians are able to add a local touch.
We are using Ghanaian labor, we are using Ghanaian designs. One of the designs that you see is a spider, which we call Anansi. So Anansi is in the folklore of Ghana. But right now, the economy faces challenges. We have the currency depreciation and we have the energy crisis. We need a lot of support from the government. The government should help us to enforce our copyright laws and giving us some subsidies.
Textiles once made up a quarter of manufacturing in Ghana. Today, there's only a handful of textile factories and many jobs have been lost. The economy is one problem. Counterfeit goods is another. The situation is so bad that the company has enlisted the help of a young gender activist to fight the problem using technology.
We've decided to put some numbers on all of our labels, and so when someone, let's say you go and you buy a fabric, you're able to authenticate the fabric by scratching off the barcode, right. And then you send a text to 1393, and then it should automatically tell you that your fabric is real or fake.
The streets are harder to police as textiles are sold in open markets. Young fashion lovers need to have a discerning eye.
At the end of the day, you realize that the patterns and the designs are sort of African inspired. So people aren't really bothered about where it was made from. They're just concerned about what they see when they pick up the fabric, and that's the pattern, and they feel they can relate to it in a way.
Ghana's streets are buzzing, brought to life by fashion and shoppers. This is what drives the textile industry. However, more needs to be done to protect the creativity of the locals, and experts believe that improving textiles and manufacturing can provide a much-needed boost to Ghana's otherwise ailing economy.